This is why JAM candidates fail every year. My name is Azizat Hamza. In this video, I am going to talk to you about some of the reasons that make JAM candidates fail every year. So let's get started. The first point is not preparing early. Many candidates will rely on, oh, there is enough time, or I've read during my secondary school days or during my YX, so I'm not going to read for JAMB. So they are not going to prepare, or I'm not going to apply early. I'll wait till the last minute before I apply. So not preparing early is equals to not getting the points that you would like. So always ensure that you prepare early for your UTME registration. The second mistakes that JAM candidate make is not doing research on the choice of their institution. You want to apply to University of Lagos and you've not done any research on the choice of the cut-off mark for University of Lagos, the courses that they are offered there, and the cut-off mark for their post-UTME there and all that. If you want to know how to decide on the right institution you should choose, I have a video here that you can go look for. So always make sure that you did your research on the university or the polytechnic that you want to apply to. Don't just wait that, oh, me, I'll just go and apply to University of Ibadan. And maybe University of Ibadan is not doing the course that you want to apply for, or is out of you don't have the budget to go into for University of Lagos or for University of Maiduguri, and you want to go there. So you have to do your research before you should apply for a particular um, university or a particular higher institution in your JAMB or UTME registration. Another mistakes that JAMB make every year is the right course of study. You want to apply for MBBS or pharmacy, but you are not good with chemistry, you're not good with physics, you're not good with biology, and you want to do that course. So you have to do your research on the course that you want to apply, so that when you went to do your registration, your UTME registration, you know that this is the course I want to apply for. This is the institution I want to apply for. So you don't get to be confused at the point of registration. Should I apply for pharmacy? Should I apply for nursing? Should I apply for mass comm? So you need to do your research and you need to know the right course you should apply to. Not knowing the right subject combination is equals to losing admission. If you're going to register for JAMB or UTME and you don't know the right combination, subject combination for the course that you're applying for, is equals to losing admission or losing that particular, wasting that particular JAMB or that UTME that you did, because you want to study MBBS and you went and apply for, you choose use of English, which is a compulsory for any course, and you choose economics, and you choose agriculture, and you choose biology, and you want to apply for MBBS. How is that possible? So you have to know the right subject combination for the course that you want to apply during your UTME registration. So always don't make that mistake that I don't know, I want to apply for computer science, but I don't know, is it maths and English and agriculture and Arabic that I should put for my subject combination? Because some centers do have a printout of the subject combination that they will give you so that you go through. Some don't. So if you don't know and you just went there and the person that is doing the registration for you just put any subject combination that you like for you, and then you realize that that course, that's not the right subject combination for you, that automatically you lose that admission. So always make sure that you know the right subject combination and you register with the right subject combination during your UTME registration. Another mistake is not reading the JAM syllabus, or not reading the or not doing your reading with the JAM syllabus as your guideline, because you're registering for UTME by JAM and you went outside of the syllabus and you are just doing your own reading. That syllabus is like a guide for you to use and do your study and do your reading. So always make sure that you use JAM syllabus. You can Google from their website, or you can ask the place you register for your examination, UTME exam, they should give you the JAM syllable. You want to use it to read. So after you finish your JAM registration, you know your course that you applied for, you know the subject combination, then look for the JAM syllable so that you do read under that under each subject you are reading using the JAM syllable as your guideline. If you went or if outside of JAM syllable, it's going to be difficult for you because you are going outside of, maybe you are using WAEC syllable now to read. There might be some changes or there might be differences between JAM syllable and WAEC syllable. So always make sure that you use JAM syllable as your study guide. This is very important. That English novel that they give you during your JAM registration, ensure you read it. Ensure you read it because every candidate is going to do use of English. Another use of English, there are questions specifically under that novel. So they give you no because you don't like reading or you cannot read or you find reading boring and you just dump the novel. You do not read it at all. And while doing the UTME exam, you saw questions under the novel and you've not read the novel. So how are you going to answer those questions? Are you going to just do A, B, C, just choose anyhow? So always ensure that you read that novel that the JAMB give their candidates every year. Another mistake that JAMB candidates make every year is not reading through or going through or practicing the past questions. You have to read, you have to practice JAMB past questions at least 2 or 3 years back. Don't go and start reading from 1985 JAMB questions or from 2000 JAMB questions while we are in 2024. No, you are to read or you are to practice JAMB. If you are doing your JAMB in 2024, so you are reading on your practicing JAMB questions from 2023, 2022, 2021. If you are even to go further than 2020 and 2019, but from 2021 to 2023 is still okay for you to practice with. But you are writing your JAMB in 2024 and you're going back to 1999 to start practicing. No, it's too far and it's going to distract you. So always use 3 to 5 years back as your guideline to practice JAM question, because JAM repeat questions. There are so many questions that they repeat every year. So, but looking at the past question, you're going to see the pattern. What are the courses? What are the areas that they do repeat questions from? This is going to give you a hint on how to answer your questions in your JAM or UTME examination. Another mistake is not doing mock tests. If it is your first JAM, please do mock test because it's going to give you an idea how you're going to do the real UTME examination. So do mock test. But if it is not your first JAM, you can skip it or you can do it if you want to. And especially if you don't know how to operate computer and you know that JAM is CBT. So you need to do the JAM mock test so that you'll be able to familiarize yourself with the computer and with how it is done before the real UTME examinations. So ensure that you do mock test because it's going to give you the overview of what is to come during the UTME examinations. Another mistake that JAM candidates make every year is not reading at all. There are some JAM candidates that are very lazy, that they don't read or they only read a day or few days before the UTME exam. Please, you have many months to read. You have many months to squeeze time, even if it is 2 hours a day, to be reading for JAM for your UTME examination. But if you're not reading, you cannot expect someone that has been reading for the past 3 months and someone that read for 3 days to get the same thing. It's not possible. So you have to, even if you are good during your secondary school days, even if you think you are good, you have read during your WAEC, you still have to read specifically for JAM. So ensure that you read for JAM because if you do not read, tough, you're on your own. Another thing is you want to read for JAM, but you do not start early, or you think that because you read for one day or one night, you can pass your UTME exam. You need to give it time, at least 4 weeks or minimum of 3 weeks. But it's best if you have been reading for the past 2 months or even 3 months for that for your UTME examination, but not reading at all, or thinking that you just read for for just few days before the UTME examination is not something that is going to help you out in your overall score for the UTME exam. This one is applied to both Christians and Muslims because of our faith. You now say that no, I'll just pray, I'll fast, I'll do this, I'll do that, and it is sufficient for you to get a good score from your UTME exam. No, it's not going to. Prayers alone don't work. Oh. Prayers alone don't work. You have to read, you have to prepare early, you have to do a lot of things, and then prayers comes the last. But if you say that no, I'm just going to sleep in the mosque, or I'm just going to sleep in the church and pray to God that should help me get 300 or 350 in my UTME exam, and then miraculously you're going to get that. No, 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 no. You are supposed to work, you are supposed to read, you're supposed to work hard on achieving that 300 or 350 that you want to get, and then you pray along the way. But prayers alone don't make you score good points for JAM. You have to work for it. So if you are a potential JAM candidate for this year, ensure that you go through the steps I mentioned and you don't make that mistake. And I wish you success. Please consider subscribing to my channel.